Deep in the most remote and forbidden corner of our planet, far beyond the reach of civilization, and buried beneath an endless kingdom of ice, lies a structure that should not exist. It's a pyramid, so sharply defined, so perfectly angled, and so impossibly symmetrical that its discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community, yet was quietly dismissed and buried under layers of official silence. We're told Antarctica is nothing but ice, rock, and emptiness. But what if it's hiding the greatest archaeological secret in human history? A relic from a civilization so ancient it predates our earliest empires by tens of thousands of years. When satellite images first revealed the pyramid's geometric form, researchers were stunned. The shape wasn't a mountain, not a ridge, not a geological fluke, but a deliberate design. Its edges align almost perfectly with the cardinal directions, its slopes unnaturally smooth despite millions of years of brutal Antarctic storms. But the deeper you look, the stranger the story becomes. The ice that covers the pyramid isn't as old as you might think. Core samples taken nearby show that parts of the surface ice are surprisingly young, some dating back only a few thousand years. This suggests the structure may have been exposed, visible, and even accessible during a time when humans were supposedly just primitive hunter-gatherers, incapable of building such monumental architecture. And yet, legends from around the world speak of a forgotten polar homeland. The ancient Egyptians wrote of a white land at the edge of the world, where the gods lived before coming to the Nile. Tibetan texts describe a frozen kingdom built by beings of light. And Native American myths tell of the ice builders, a people who fled a catastrophic event thousands of years ago. For centuries, these stories were dismissed as symbolic, until modern researchers realized something chilling. Many of these myths specifically reference pyramids, advanced knowledge, and a lost empire swallowed by ice. This isn't just modern speculation. When early 20th century expeditions ventured deep into Antarctica, several explorers reported seeing things that didn't belong. Members of the British Graham Land expedition noted structures that appeared unnatural, ridges that seemed carved, and even steps half buried in the snow. These claims were quickly restricted, labeled as misinterpretations or optical illusions caused by frostbite. But their private journals tell a different story. Some entries mention geometric formations, unusual rock patterns, and even the presence of black basalta type of stone not commonly found in that area. Decades later, the mystery deepened. Classified military documents from the 1940s and 50s described anomalous magnetic readings coming from beneath the ice, right near the same region where the pyramid now sits. Pilots flying over the area reported bizarre instrument failures, compasses spinning without reason, and radio interference, as if they had flown over an active electromagnetic field. Some even claimed to see straight lines and angular shadows under the snow, something impossible in a landscape shaped only by wind and ice. But perhaps the most haunting testimony came from a scientist stationed at a remote research base in the 1990s. He reported hearing a low-frequency hum during a seismic survey. It was a vibration that seemed to originate from deep under the pyramid itself. A sound that pulsed rhythmically, like the steady heartbeat of something dormant, just waiting. Geologists trying to explain the pyramid's shape have repeatedly run into contradictions. Mainstream science insists the pyramid is just a Nunneka mountain peak poking through the ice, but the angles are too precise, the symmetry too perfect, and the structure too isolated to fit naturally with the surrounding terrain. It just doesn't look like a natural mountain. Some researchers believe this pyramid is just the tip of the iceberg, literally. They think it's part of a much larger complex buried miles below the ice sheet, possibly connected to other anomalies that remain unseen simply because Antarctica is one of the least explored places on Earth. And we're starting to get glimpses of what might be down there. Recent ground-penetrating radar scans have revealed rectangular voids and tunnel-like formations beneath the region, as if an entire ancient city lies entombed under the ice, preserved like a frozen time capsule. These voids don't align with natural cave systems. They appear carved with sharp geometry, something nature doesn't do on its own. And if that wasn't unsettling enough, Preliminary thermal imaging has shown sections of the pyramid emitting slightly more heat than the surrounding environment. This hints at some unknown internal composition, or perhaps a material capable of retaining warmth for millennia. Even more astonishing is the pyramid's alignment with other ancient structures around the globe. When you map it, the Antarctic Pyramid forms a perfect triangular correspondence with the pyramids of Giza in Egypt and the pyramids of Teotihuacan in Mexico. It's as though the builders of these ancient monuments knew something about the Earth's geometry that we have long forgotten. Some researchers believe these alignments form part of a geodetic network, an energy grid used by an advanced prehistoric civilization. A civilization that understood planetary energy, tectonic resonance, and astronomical positioning at a level far beyond what we credit to ancient peoples. If such a civilization existed, Antarctica may have been its capital, its technological heart, its spiritual center, or maybe even its final refuge before an unimaginable cataclysm buried it all under ice. And that brings us to the most controversial theory of all, the one whispered among archaeologists but never spoken aloud in academic circles. What if Antarctica was once ice-free? What if it was home to a thriving civilization with architecture, knowledge, and technology rivaling or even surpassing that of Egypt, Sumer, or Göbekli Tepe? Geological evidence shows that parts of Antarctica were indeed temperate and ice-free in the distant past, supporting forests, rivers, and possibly even human life. Some scientists estimate these warm periods occurred as recently as 20,000 to 30,000 years ago, well within the time frame of human existence. This fact alone challenges everything we know about early civilization. But when you add the pyramid, the radar anomalies, the electromagnetic disturbances, and the ancient myths, a new, incredible possibility emerges that an advanced culture once thrived in Antarctica. They left behind monuments meant to survive the ages, monuments meant to be found when humanity was finally ready to confront the truth about its own history. But perhaps the most unsettling question is not who built the pyramid, or how old it is, or even what lies beneath it. The real question is why. Why was it built in such a remote, unforgiving region? What purpose did it serve? Was it a temple? A power source? A celestial marker? A refuge from a cosmic event? Or was it something far more enigmatic, something completely beyond our understanding of civilization itself? The silence of Antarctica holds the answer, buried under thousands of feet of ice, waiting patiently for the moment when the world is finally ready to dig deeper. And as our planet warms, as the glaciers recede, and these ancient secrets begin to surface, we may soon uncover the truth. A truth not just about a pyramid, but about a lost empire that history never recorded. A civilization erased not by time, but by an event so catastrophic it forced humanity to start over. Until then, the Antarctic Pyramid stands as a frozen witness, a monument to a forgotten world. A riddle carved in stone and sealed in ice, quietly challenging everything we think we know about our past. Thanks for watching. If you found this mystery as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the unknown. Let me know in the comments what you think is hiding under the ice.